Alright, you guys, 2-minute poll. Decide whether you want Kie or whether you want email. I will cry if it ties. Please don't make it tie. You guys voted Kie, thank you. You guys do still love me. You guys love me more than you love evil. That's a yes, right? That's a yes, right? Also, thanks for the follow, Tutoy. Thank you, thank you. I am still studying up. I'm a little bit late for setting up. You like blue more than red? Me too. But what about a blue version of evil? Because there is a blue version of evil. Although, I've not really been getting or making art of the blue evil. So, not that it is that difficult to do that, but you need purple Kie. I could make purple Kie. Let's do. That's right. Alright. Let me swap mics and let's put it in. Well, it's like falling over slightly. Sorry if that was loud. Purple Kie is just like a fucking dude or something? No, that would not happen. That would not happen. Is it sad? Not, makes you sad not to see not so many people here? Oh, I'm sorry on the YouTube side. I only recently started streaming on YouTube again. I wasn't for a while, so let me oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to do it slowly. Hold on. There we go. Now we stop the mics over and we turn off the BGM. Yay. Yeah, but also welcome in, Meme Star. Welcome in. And also hello, Arna. And hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I've been trying to say for the past 30 minutes, maybe some milk yammering will help. Yeah. Alright, how do we sound? How do we sound? Are we good? Are we good? How are we? Sorry, my chair is kind of noisy. Also, I realized, There we go. I still have the little evil here from earlier. She's really cute though, so I kind of want to leave her on stream. She's really cute, but she does make chat harder to read, so maybe I'll put her over here. And I'll give her her little chaos button back. She can hold it as she sleeps. It's very cute. Kie, jump scare? Why is it a jump scare? Oh, what's up, Twitchers? It also sounds fine. Thank you, Meme Style. Thank you, thank you. Do you guys want to say hi to YouTube over on Twitch? And then have since YouTube has said hello to you guys, let's just said hello. Hey, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, hello, hello. Also, we are on Twitter too, but there is no Twitter chat. Because I don't know how to. I don't know how to find the Twitter chat yet. So there's no Twitter chat yet. But that's okay. That's okay. We have Twitch chat and we have YouTube chat. Yeah. She'll be guarding with her life even when she eats. Yeah, she's so cute. Hello, the tube. Hello, the tube. Twitter streams. Yeah, you can stream on Twitter. It's kind of nice actually, because like you can like watch a stream on Twitter while you're scrolling Twitter, and it just like stays there. So it's kind of nice. Hello, friends. The world says hello to you. Hello, Twitter's baseless. YouTube and Twitch's base. Yeah. Twitter is I mean, it's like everything, except. Like, there's a good and bad side of everything. Twitter just has a lot of bad. But there is a good side of Twitter. There's a good side of Twitter. There's a lot of very nice people I met on Twitter. Mostly other VTubers and also artists. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Also, I will hydrate. I missed the hydrate idiom earlier too. So I will double hydrate. YouTube stare. There's one. And two. Closing your eyes. Have a good night, Casper. Today you meet X. Yeah, but X is. It's kind of cringe, I'm not gonna lie. Don't tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that, but I want to be a VTuber just to see how it goes because it sounds funny. Literally no other reason than just a meme. I mean, you know, that's not a bad reason. You can always try. It's very fun. It's very fun. But. Yeah, there was a lot of nice people I met on Twitter. A lot of the other VTubers I met from posting on Twitter, way back like 5 years ago, and I was like, oh, hi, I want a VTuber too. You know? Gosh, I don't even remember what my first post was. I think I just said like hello or something. I don't know. It was something like that. I was so shy back then. I was so shy. It's very quiet around here. Yeah. Also, had your identity very good? Yeah. I know a lot of people were like IRL streamers before becoming VTubers, but personally, I was never an IRL streamer. I don't like taking pictures of myself or anything like that. I would be like way too nervous. Like, I'm already kind of nervous to go outside. I don't think I would be able to go outside anymore if I was like showing my face on the internet. Maybe it's just like I'm just paranoid or something, but I would be too scared. The scan for age verification is a shit move. Yeah. All the age verification stuff is very oof. It's very oof. I feel bad for our European friends who can no longer see the good shit. I am shy for everyone who's stuck dealing with that. I do love on the YouTube side how you can do like the little like emotes kind of thing. I think that kind of thing is really fun, and I'm seeing it now and I'm like, hell yeah, absolutely, to the hearts and the little like cheer emojis. It's so cute. It's so cute. You can no longer see the good stuff. No, I'm so sorry for your loss. You're talking about Kansas verification Mountain Dew. It's not a company or country job to parent their kids. Yeah, it's very much like I don't know. I think the opinion I have of it is kind of complicated. It definitely is like a parent's responsibility to like teach their kids how to use the internet safely. But saying this at the age that I am, it might be a bit naive to say this, or it's a difficult thing, right? Because I think about it like, in the future we're gonna need age verification to open a packet of Cheerios. So no. But like, the thing is, like, I was on the internet from a fairly young age, right? Like when it was fairly unfiltered. Like not as unfiltered as it apparently was at some points. Well, I say that, but it was fairly unfiltered. My stomach made a noise. I'm sorry if you heard that. I definitely don't think the internet is a good place for kids. If you're putting your kids, like if you're allowing your kids to have access to the internet, I wonder if a lot of parents are just uneducated about the internet, because there's a lot of people who are like illiterate when it comes to the internet and online things. Yeah, because like I used the internet since I was a kid. I saw a lot of things I should not have seen. I don't think I'm any worse for it, but I think that's probably might be more an exception than a standard. Yeah. I didn't know because the internet. Yeah. Like, I definitely, there's a lot of things I saw I should have seen. I don't think it's like a good thing. Like, I don't think I came out too worse for it, but it's definitely very complicated. It's very complicated. Like I used to like. I don't know how like YouTube is gonna handle me saying this, but like I used to look at adult content. There's a nicer way to put it. Back when I was like 12, on my 3DS. I was like 11 and 12, so like but realistically, that kind of thing has always been around. Because when I was younger than that, I used to look at magazines because they were very easily accessible. They would just be laying around the house. Well, not laying around the house. They were like in a closet, and I happened to find them, and then I read a bunch. But possibly also an exception, not a standard. Over the times I was close to run over. No, that's awful. There's something adult content was like the age of 8. Yeah. I remember being like probably 6 or 7, like hiding under the bed reading Playboy magazines. Because I used to read a lot. And I read like a lot of like Sunday comics, and they happen to have comics in the Playboy magazines too. So me being young and not really understanding, I was like, oh, there's comics in here. And now we're here. So yeah, I mean, at least it's innocent. Didn't watch stuff like that other than the child movie Ted and 21 Jump Street. The child. I've not seen either of those. I'm aware of how bad Ted is. The thing is, I saw some pretty bad movies too growing up. But they were like, it wasn't that I saw them on my own. It's like, oh yeah, my mom's husband took me to took us, me and my brother and my sister, took us to a movie theater to watch like a rated R movie. I did not enjoy it. Because some of that like exposure I had was like my parents exposing me to it. So for better or worse, they're really funny. Sorry, my chair is probably kind of loud. I'm sure they are. Some of them were like rated R movies I saw when I was younger. There was Jackass. I think it was like Jackass 3 or something. My chair is fine. Okay, it's really old. I need to get a new chair. It's super creaky. What movies are not my thing? They are not mine either. I am pretty squeamish. But yeah, I saw like Jackass when I was a kid, and Bad Grandpa, stuff like that. There was also like, what was it? There was this movie about like a girl who was like killed or something. We watched that too, and I just remember being very uncomfortable. I'm just very uncomfortable. To be fair, no one on the internet the way we know it now. Yeah, that is true. You found it funny? I mean, it was like, I was really young, I think. So I was definitely more like uncomfortable with it. I did not enjoy it. But I was young. I saw it in theaters.
If I watched it now, maybe I would find it funny, but as a kid, no. I might have been a teenager. I don't remember what year it came out. But yeah, that is not the topic I expected to have at the start of the ASMR stream. Although, I think I said soft yap for the stream today, so we have a soft yap, and we shall yap about whatever we will yap about. But yeah, I think a large part of it comes from like parents not being as familiar with the internet, and not knowing like what they need to do to be safe or like what risks there are. So I think there's a lot of that. The thing is, like, my parents knew. That's the weird part. My parents knew, because I remember they were very strict, like, to the point where they had installed like a different operating system on the computer, so it didn't have like free access to the internet and like could only play like certain games and all that kind of stuff, right? There was all that kind of stuff, and somehow I wasn't enough apparently. It wasn't enough apparently. So I don't know. Parental controls. Yeah. Well, they had like installed like a completely different OS. I have no clue what it was because I was pretty young. But even then, though, there was like this like online game where like everyone was like bears or something, like one of those like multiplayer browser games, you know. Everyone was a bear, and I remember someone asking me like, "Oh, where do you live?" And like they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm also a 12-year-old girl. You know, what street do you live on?" Looking back, and I'm like, wow. Someone was actually trying to get my street address and I was going along with it, but I was too fucking dumb to know what my address was. I think that's one of the things, like, when I have kids, I think I'm just gonna, like, I'm not gonna, they just won't know what the address is. They can't hurt themselves if they don't know what the address is. I think there's a point where it's like, being dumb makes you a lot safer. Like, there's a point where, like, you're too smart for your own good. Oh man. I don't think safe search was a thing pre-2010. I don't think it was, no. I think a lot of it is with the new age of media being overly sanitized due to content being forced to or risking losing monetization. Yeah. It is kind of what caused things to spiral into age verification, yeah. My address is 911 at your door now. Yes, we do have Kie ASMR. Hello, Esther. Hello. Can't coerce me and trick me if I'm too dumb to know what you want to know. Exactly. That kept me safe when I was a kid. I was too dumb to give away my address. I would be like, oh, I think we live on the same street. I'll go wait outside for you. And it was like, very weird looking back on it. Like, there was like a couple times where I, like, definitely was at risk of getting kidnapped. There was also these like chat rooms I used to hang out in. Kay was a bit smarter, we would not be having this conversation. That's a crazy thing to think about. It is crazy. I was definitely really dumb when I was a kid. I don't think I'm dumb anymore, but I was very dumb when I was a kid. Yeah, I used to cheat on tests and stuff. Not forever though, like up until like 4th grade I was really dumb. And then I got bullied a lot, and then I got a lot smarter. I got a lot smarter. You're all dumb as kids? That is true. You never cheated on tests? I remember doing it in like 1st grade. Cause like I remember like I had transferred into a school like late in the year, and the girl sitting next to me was like, oh yeah, you know, you don't have to know the answers, you just like keep a piece of paper inside your desk with the answers. And this was like a spelling test, right? So she's like, yeah, just keep like a piece of paper in your desk with the answers, and then you can just look at it during the test. And I was like, oh, you're so smart. That was, I think, like the only time I ever cheated on a test. It's the worst. I could try through schools and everything. Yeah, I went to like a different school every year. It was rough. I think the longest period I went to the same school was 3 years. From 1st to 3rd grade, I went to one school. Like halfway through 1st grade. That was when I learned how to cheat. And by the time I was in 3rd grade, though, I don't think I cheated on tests anymore. I only have like one memory from 2nd grade. I've never told anyone about this because when I was younger, I was kind of ashamed of it. been like 10 different schools. Yeah. It was 4 from high school, first and senior. Let me think. In high school, I had gone to a public school, then an online school, and then a different public school, and a different public school, and I went to charter school. So I went to 5 different high schools, I think, roughly. I think 5. I think 5 is right. I was dumb, but with hard work, I became stupid. Oh. Since 6 or 7 years in the same school. Damn, it's really getting late. I hope you have a good sleep, Esther. Sleep well and have sweet dreams. Online was the worst. Great strength because I didn't do those. I did not mind online school. Now, I was in school, like, I finished school well before COVID. So when I was in online school, it was like, I want to say like 10 years ago or something. Yeah, I was in online school 10 years ago. A little bit more than that, because I was in online school in middle school too. So middle school and high school, I was in online school. And 2 different online schools, so. I did fine though. I was fairly diligent in getting my work done. No, it's okay. I understood, because that is exactly what happens when you're online school. My brother and my sister did that. They were in online school too with me, and they did not do their work, and they did not do well. I did my work, and then I was doing my brother's work because he didn't do his own work, and my mom didn't want him to be held back. So, yeah. But I didn't mind online school. I actually, after, like, in my junior year, I went to 2 different public schools, and, like, in the second semester, like, halfway through, we moved again, and I was like, okay, I gotta transfer schools again, and I was like, can I just, like, be homeschooled again? I didn't want to keep transferring schools, so I was like, can I just, like, go back into homeschooling and, like, finish school that way, please? So my mom put me in a charter school. And I did pretty well. Just because it's true doesn't mean you have to rest like that. I mean, I think a lot of people struggled with that though, because I don't know when you were in online school. I know a lot of people had their first experiences with online school during COVID. And I heard a lot of stories about how a lot of people struggled because they just weren't quite prepared for that style of schooling. Do I maybe have some plastic to crinkle? Hi, by the way. Hello, Larson. Hello. I think I do have some plastic. I can steal one of my cat's toys if I find it. Oh, I heard this. I hope this isn't too loud. I was in middle school, they said giving memory isn't the best. Was that during COVID? Well, it is still pretty young. But yeah, I know. This is too loud. I feel like it's a very bad kind of crinkle. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna light. Tell the light. Where's that toy? Oh, I found it. Maybe my cats are gonna get interested. Alright, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. My chair is really old. I'm sorry. I have some crinkly toy. This is actually my cat's toy. But I don't know what makes crinkle. I took my snowmobile classes online. Snowmobile classes? That's interesting. Cheers, bye. Thank you. And hello this time. Hello. But yeah, so I graduated from a charter school. How is it? Is this like a good crinkling plastic, or is this like bad? I don't know if it's a good plastic. I think I should hold it like further away so it's not too loud. What was I gonna say? So I graduated from charter school. I liked charter school because like I did not have to go into school all the time. I didn't have to attend classes. I literally just did my work and then I was done. I did my work. I had to go into school twice a week, but only if I had work to turn in. If I didn't have anything to turn in or anything, I didn't have to. Or like if I had already turned in a lot of work, I didn't have to. So that's what I did. What extracurriculars did I take? I took a lot because I did go to several different schools. So I did get the opportunity to start and also like join in the middle of a bunch of extracurricular groups. Oh wait, It's extracurricular. No, extracurricular is like after school kind of stuff, right? You got a snow scooter? That's kind of cute. It's a snow scooter. Oh, actually, is extracurricular like after school stuff like sports? Is that what extracurricular is? I wasn't in public school too much, so I never was in any sports or anything. Non-core classes? Oh, okay, like electives. Okay. That's what I thought at first, but I thought maybe I was wrong. I had the right thought at first, I just doubted myself. Extra classes? Yeah, so I actually took a lot, because I went to a lot of different schools, right? So I had to choose my classes all the time. That's okay. Don't worry. I understood. So when I was really young, actually, I don't know if this is surprising. This is surprising for me. Back when I was in like first, second, third grade-ish, I think especially in third grade, I actually did perform in a play. I performed in a play. As much as I was really shy, I was in a play and I actually had a lead singing role. It's one of the, like, I was really shy growing up. I was so shy to the point where I was mute for a while. But when I was really young and really dumb, I was not shy yet. So I was, I performed in a play. I had a lead singing role, in like 2 songs, and then I had like an extra role in another song, I'm shy. I took a reading theater class in theater 1. I wish I could have taken theater. I did not have those balls in me when I was in high school. I was way too shy in high school. I was so scared of everyone because I had been bullied a lot before high school, like leading up to high school, throughout middle school and into elementary. So when I got to high school, I was like, just leave me alone. Just don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Just let me read my books. So, elementary school, you've never actually been bullied? I'm glad for you. It really sucks. I got bullied both at school and at home, so that was kind of rough. Because I have 2 siblings, and I don't exactly get along the best with them. Also, my mom's ex-husband was pretty rough, but I don't want to talk about that. That's unpleasant. So it wasn't a play. I remember, I think 4th grade, I was in choir, I want to say. I remember being in a choir class for at the first school I went to. I was only there for a very short time though, because I got bullied. And my mom had me transfer schools. It happened in a really short period of time. The second one I went to, where did I take? This was still 4th grade. I went to 3 different schools in 4th grade. I got bullied at every single one. It was rough. It was we moved to Arizona, right before I started 3rd grade. Or sorry, 4th grade, right before I started 4th grade. So I went to one school at the start of 4th grade. I got bullied. My mom transferred me to another school. I got bullied. And then we moved. So we went, everyone, both me, my brother, and my sister, all went to a different school. And then I got bullied again. 3 different schools in 4th grade, and I got bullied at each and every one. They were all in a different state, because I am from California. And for that, year, I think for 2 years, I want to say? No, for 1 year, we lived in Arizona. The year that I was in 4th grade. I went to 3 different schools, I got bullied at every single one. Yeah, it was rough. You took band once, play the trumpet. Oh, that sounds fun. You got bullied in school as well, Rambo? Yeah, it's rough. But I feel like, I guess it doesn't do good things for everyone. It might have made me a softer person, I don't know. Or a more understanding, I don't know. I like to think that, I became a better person because of it. Was it, at least, it didn't make me a worse person. Okay, school did they put me in? One where everyone's brains were fried from the heat, I guess. I don't know, they put me, I remember... The first school I went to in 4th grade was really strange, right? Because I remember I transferred there, and this is when I was still pretty outgoing and friendly and not shy. I went from West to East to Central. I went all over the place. I have one year in math class, our teacher was gone for like a time. I don't remember, they had like 5 substitute teachers. I wonder if they were on like maternal leave. Maybe they had like a kid. So I remember it was so strange because like I remember the kids in that class pretty well. I remember like 4 of them. One of them, I feel bad. There was this kid. I don't know if they were a boy or a girl. And I remember asking them, and I could never remember for some reason. And I felt really bad. They were very androgynous. I could not remember if they were a boy or a girl. I'm still not really sure. I feel really bad about that because it's like they can't help that. But when I was a kid, I was like, I don't remember. And I asked them. I was young and I was dumb. Also, thank you for the follow, though, Kaikan. Thank you. I'd like to think I'm not as dumb as that anymore, but usually if I don't know, I just say they, and I don't ask. People are what they are, and that's not important. But so there's that kid. There's specifically like 3. Okay, so that kid, right? I guess I could say their name. It doesn't matter. Their name was Drew. Which was also like a very androgynous name. It did me no favors. He was to go for a guy, and I walked up behind her, and then she turned around and told me she was a girl, and we became friends. Oh, we went to a different school? Aww. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sounds like a love story lost. First thing that happened to me in high school was getting overlooked for liking Michael Jackson. That and a piece of toilet paper stuck in my shoe. I feel like that's not too bad. Piece of toilet paper stuck in your shoe is embarrassing, though. But I hope this crinkly thing is like not too bad. So there was Drew, and then there was like 3 other girls specifically. I don't remember any of their names. I just remember Drew, because I remember Drew had a YouTube channel. And I still remember the name of it. I doubt it's the same because it's been like 15 years at least. But they had a YouTube channel, and I remember looking it up, and I was like, wow, it's so cool. So there was these 3 girls. There was 2 that were like best friends, like they were almost like twin sisters. The crinkling is nice. That's good. No, I'm pretty sure she was lesbian. Ah, I see. You talk about your school life, but you'd rather not. That's okay. You don't have to. Also, I'm sorry for my stomach noises. But so there were 2 girls that were like they were like sisters. They were so close. They would like swap shirts underneath the table. It was very strange. So I think at one point, remember, I was not very smart. I was not very socially smart. Drew had told me one of the girls was on birth control. I was in 4th grade, keep it in mind. I guess especially to go to different schools, and the truth is, it's weird having to go from one place to another. It really is weird, yeah. It really is weird. And it's difficult to adjust because there's like different cultures at different schools, and like people treat you differently when you're new. It's rough. But so Drew told me that one of the girls was on birth control. Me, the little tiny dumb kid I was in 4th grade. I was a year younger than everyone. I asked her, so-and-so told me you're on birth control. Me not really knowing what that was. So I asked her, like, is that true? And she was very offended by it. And I like looking back at it, I'm like, that makes sense. I was just young and I didn't understand. And I was just confused, and like I was very innocent in asking. Also, hello, Laskris. Hello. How you doing? So yeah, I was very dumb. Might have been like innocent for what? Would you like a kiss? I feel like asking that after saying all that is kind of strange though, but these are because of suffering from condition. Yeah. Like, I'm more than aware of that. My sister, I remember when I was a teenager, I think I was probably like 14 or something. My sister was prescribed birth control to help with the condition she had. And I've been prescribed birth control before to help with things as well. So, oh, Mike, okay. I think that's enough of the crinkly thing. My cat has jumped up on the desk because he wants to play with it so bad. Hi, Mr. Kitty. You gonna grace them? No, you're not gonna grace them with your voice. That's okay. Oh, did you guys hear that? Put my cat on the mic. I would, but that cat does not like being like picked up and held, and he doesn't purr too much. He doesn't purr too much. Also, I'm sorry I don't have a followers command. I still need to figure out how to make one. But you've been following since January 19th, 2021. Very, very long time. Very long time. Alright. I gotta readjust. My other cat though. He might be asleep. I don't know where he is. I don't see him. But if he comes up though, I might be able to put him on the mic. Because he does purr a lot and he's very loud. 3 years is wild. The all-knowing cat. He knows things. What do you mean by that? 3 years is wild. I've been streaming for 5 years. It's been so long. I still haven't done like an anniversary stream at all. Every time it's been like my stream anniversary, it's like something's come up. I think for like the last 3 years, it's been like, oh shit, I'm moving with my anniversary. So like, I lived alone for a while, so I was always really busy whenever it was like time for me to move. Because I'd like move apartments or something, because like my rent was so expensive moving by myself. This year though, I was going through some really rough things, so I was very like preoccupied with that and not really streaming a whole lot. But I have recovered, so we'll make big plans for next year. For the 6th anniversary, I will turn 6 years old. I'm getting so old. I will turn 6. Hope you're doing better. I am doing a lot better. Thank you. I am glad I'm doing better because I've been able to be here and streaming a lot more because I've been doing better. Every time I've been going through rough times, like I mean 5 years is a pretty long time, you know, stuff happens, it's just a part of life. Every time I've gone through like tough things, and it's been rough because I've like always struggled with like sleep and stuff, so I've ended up not streaming a whole lot during those periods. It's always very rough because like I don't have like a friend group outside of streaming, you know, like outside of my own server. So I would get very lonely and it would kind of make things worse. So all the times I was not streaming that much were very difficult for me. They were very difficult for me. Hearts out. Yeah, I appreciate all the little heart emojis on the YouTube side. Thank you. But yeah. Anyways, that's enough of this sad stuff. The other electives I took in school, I had a pottery class in high school, and I took piano in high school, and I took Japanese in high school. Actually, I took Japanese out of college while I was in high school. I also had French for a little bit when I was in middle school, but I don't remember a thing. That's the worst. It's like if you're not living with people, small places better feels less empty. Yeah. I did not get smaller places because I couldn't find any really, except for ones that were like a single bedroom in a really bad place. They really make cheap places to live by yourself. But now I have roommates, and so it's a lot easier than before. But yeah, I had piano and ceramics and Japanese and French, and I took art a lot. I had choir when I was really young, but after a certain point I was like too shy to sing in front of people. I've always really loved singing though. I've always sang a lot. Like for as long as I can remember, I've always sang. But I never took any like singing classes after like 4th grade. I had choir, like that was it. I liked singing. I like singing though. I learned how to play the recorder in 3rd grade. I think most people do. Makes sense. You have a nice voice. Thank you. I am really glad I have a nice voice. You do weightlifting, shop, and theater. Shop like woodworking shop, right? Or like what type of shop? What type of shop? Oh, I dislike such hate my voice. The thing is, I felt that way before too. It's one of those things. I think everyone hates their voice initially. I used to hate my voice. I used to get bullied for my voice, from my brother. My brother would always say I sound like a boy. And I don't know if that maybe was true when I was a kid. I know it's not true now. Woodwork. Yeah. I hated my voice so much that when I was a teenager, I couldn't talk to other people. I was selectively mute. Not like intentionally selectively mute, but like I just did not know. I couldn't. I was so anxious, I just didn't know what to say or like how to talk to other people. So it was very difficult. It was very difficult. Stools and stuff? Yeah, I'm just really mature. Well, it's been a long time since my brother told me I sound like a boy. I think I probably do have a little bit of a deeper voice. I mean, especially the way I'm talking at the moment is like a little bit deeper than I normally talk. Mostly just because I'm trying to be very quiet and, you know, very ASMR and low and comforting. Because I want you guys to feel comfortable, you know? Yeah. But, I think, like, my normal voice, I don't know, it's a bit higher than this, I think. A bit higher than I'm talking right now, because that and also, it's kind of easy to talk like this, very low. So to be quiet and, you know, keep it to ASMR. Not really, but your voice is probably deeper than mine. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how old are you? You gotta be younger than me, right? If you're older, I don't know, actually. My roommate's voice might be higher than mine. I don't know. So your voice sounds different to yourself than it does to others. That is true. That's why it's also very difficult. I think, like, that's what makes people tend to really dislike their own voices, is like it doesn't sound like how you expect it to sound. So, you know, the first while that you hear your voice, it's like, wow, I sound like that. And it's awful. On 1000 have the gravel of a dwarf. What does that mean? The gravel of a dwarf? What does that mean? Ryan has a higher pitch than you? Yeah, Ryan has a higher pitch voice than I do. I thought so, but you have a pretty high voice though. I wonder how it would sound if you tried to talk with a deep voice. It would be kind of interesting. This one's someone's boss. Oh, has a guy like that. I see. Alright, I know what you mean. Listen. I'm just yapping. I'm not really doing a whole lot of ASMR stuff today. I hope that's okay. You guys can feel free to ask me to do other stuff too, though. My microphone's a little unbalanced at the moment, but I don't know if I can really fix it right now. Oh, he would sound like an avatar. Oh, I feel like that might be a little mean. Stream on YouTube is called yapyapyap. I think I call it yapyapyap on Twitch too. Sorry, yapyapyap. What did I call it on YouTube? Or sorry, on Twitch. I called it. Oh shit! It hasn't updated in OBS because I changed it in on the website. My bad. I can't actually check it. Actually, I hope I did say. I think I did. I did start the Twitter stream. I hope I did. Oh well. But. I'm enjoying yapping now. I think I've like soft yapping. Okay, good enough. That's why YouTube's better. Well, I mean, they're different. They both have their good and their bad sides. Twitch is a lot easier to just like put a title in and just go. YouTube, I do have to like make a thumbnail and stuff and all that. Twitter, I can kind of just go, but I have to like, I can't just go actually for Twitter. I do have to like schedule a stream before I can actually stream. Twitch is definitely the easiest platform to stream on because you just like go live. That's all you have to do. Like you can change other stuff, but you don't have to. YouTube, you have to set it up like a video, and Twitter, you kind of have to set it up like a video. You have to set it up like every time before you stream. You don't speak until Twitter. You know, it kind of reminds me of this song. What is it? We don't talk about Bruno. I feel like I would get in trouble for like humming it or anything, right? Because like the big mouse is very scary or something. I don't know. I didn't watch that movie anyways. I've just like heard the song because so many people liked it. It got real popular for a while, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm having fun yapping. You know. I was supposed to go to the gym earlier today. I didn't go to the gym this morning, right? Because I had my Pathfinder session this morning, where I was GMing. And I'm going to edit that into a video and upload it probably next week for you guys to watch and see what happened. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. It will be a little bit long, but I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless. We don't talk about Twitter, no. We don't talk about Twitter. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you knew exactly what I was talking about. But I was supposed to go to the gym today, after the stream earlier, and I almost said I forgot. We found out that the gym actually closes a lot earlier on Fridays. I should place the entire song, but with just Twitter. That would be quite funny. But I was supposed to go to the gym. They close early on Fridays. So we couldn't go because I didn't go. Normally we go in the mornings, but because I had the thing really early this morning, I did not have enough time. And we were all very tired. We tried to wake up at 5:30. Oh yeah. You guys hear my cat meow? Where is he? You guys want kisses? Oh, hi, kitty. Meow, meow. 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 You know, I guess a meow is like a hello, huh? Oh, he's under my desk now. I can pet him. I love petting my cat. Oh my god. He's so cute. He always cuddles with me in bed. I took a nap earlier and he just laid next to me. Oh, he's so cute. My cats are so precious. They're my little itty bitty babies. Except that they kind of make a mess and stuff though. You want to come up in my lap? I know you don't want food because I already fed you. You want to come up? Let me see if I can get my cat up here. Oh, bye-bye. Come here. He is purring. He's like rubbing up against the stuff underneath my desk. Come here, Bubba's. Alright. I've put him on a diet so he can lose weight. Have some kitty ASMR. Yeah. Does that feel good, mister? You are so cute. You're such a good little boy. He's so cute. It's the ASMR, yes. The kitty ASMR. Isn't that right, Popeyes? So this one is Goral. He is a snowshoe. I haven't posted pictures of my cats in a while, but I should sometime soon. So, if you guys know the Grumpy Cat, he looks a lot like the Grumpy Cat, but with like a half mustache. So he's very cute. Has a point coat, like a Siamese, but he has white markings on his face and on his belly. He just looked back at me like, you're talking about me, huh? He's super sweet and cuddly. He's my big little baby. Oh, he's coming up on the desk. Wait, no, I can't let you on the desk. I'm sorry, Bubbas, I can't let you on the keyboard. You might end the stream. Oh, he's so cute though. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Thank you for the follow, Megami the PPI. Thank you. Alright, I gotta put my cat down because he wants to climb up. But I can't let him on top of the desk. But yeah, I got cat fur in my face. He has kind of long fur, so he does shed quite a bit. He does shed quite a bit. It was my wedding day, it was our wedding day, we were getting ready, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and the clouds had a lot in the sky. But it was. I don't know if that works. I don't know the original lyrics, so I don't know how different that is. But I love my cats. They're so cute. Goro is my very fat cat. He's very fat, but he's very cuddly. My other cat doesn't really like to be picked up at all. He is very, I don't know what to call it. Like, if you pick him up, he won't like fight you or anything, but like, if you pick him up, he will try to climb on top of your shoulders. You have my cat at one point called Fat Tabby. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. It's really cute. My cat is Goro. Because when he was a kitten, he was he still is a very big scaredy cat. But he is scared of everything. He is a huge scaredy cat. So when I adopted him, I named him Goro, because Goro is like part of Goro Goro, not Goro. That's kind of fitting. Goro, like the Japanese onomatopoeia, Goro Goro, Goro Goro, which is supposed to be like purring. So I named him that because I was hoping that he would grow up to be a very happy cat who purrs a lot and is comfortable. And it seems like that happened. That came true. So he is my little Goro Goro. He purrs so much. He purrs loud and often. He purrs like, I don't even have to pet him. Like, he purrs just like, he comes up to my desk and I'm like, hi Goro, and he's just like So yeah, I named my cats after the hopes I had for them. I hoped that he would become a very, affectionate and friendly cat and not so scared. My other cat, I'll drink some water. Hold on. Shout out to whoever watches on YouTube. Yay! I think that's like a new peak on YouTube. My other cat is Ushi, because he's a cow cat. Ushi is a Japanese, 3 left, now it's 9. No! But Ushi is a Japanese word for cow. And he is a cow cat. But also I was thinking like Ushi is also kind of like ureshi. Ureshi is like happy. It's like to feel happy kind of. So I was like, yeah, I have Goro who I want him to become very like affectionate and like comfortable. And Ushi, who I was hoping that he would just be a happy cat. Because he's very playful. He's always been a very playful cat. He gets on top of everything, climbs on top of everything. He loves to play. His favorite toy is like a rainbow string toy. He brings it to bed with him. That reminds me of a character from Genshin named Ito who just throws a bullet at people and the bullet's just a Yeah. I haven't played Genshin in a long time. It's been so long. I don't know if I will play it anytime soon, but probably not. But I don't know. I hear about the characters. I'm like, damn, a lot of stuff has happened, huh? And then just a little thing. So it's cute. It's cute. But yeah, those are my 2 cats, Ushi and Goro. I adopted them at the same time. I don't actually know if they're from the same litter. I was actually initially only planning to adopt 1 cat. And I was told that they were a bonded pair, so I adopted both of them. I don't know if they're actually brothers or not, or if they're like slightly different, like litters, because they look very different. They look very different, but that's kind of normal for cat litters. They look very different. She is like black and white, like a cow, and then Goro is a snowshoe, so he looks kind of like a Siamese. Goro was very fat. Ushi is not. So I have put Goro on a diet, and hopefully he will lose weight at a healthy rate. So, how old did I get them? I think they are 8 weeks old when I adopted them. They were very young. They were like freshly neutered, and they were a little bit sick. So when I adopted them, I had to give them like a lot of medication and stuff for a while, like oral medication and stuff and eye drops. Because they were pretty sick. They were my little sick babies, but they recovered and they've been healthy since. So they have a little bit of trouble sometimes. I remember when they were really young, like a couple months old. One of them was like throwing up all night. And it was just like he was just like throwing up like stomach acid or something. I don't know. I was so worried. I was so scared because he was this like teeny tiny baby and he was throwing up all night, and I was like, oh no, what do I do? So I skipped work that day. It was like 5 a.m. and my cat was like still throwing up, and I was like, I can't go to work and just leave him here. I was like, I called out of work. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to go to the vet. My cat is just throwing up all night, and it's not good. And I took him to the vet, and it was very expensive. And they said, no, he's fine. I don't even know if they found out what was wrong with him. I have no clue. They did like an x-ray and stuff. They did a bunch of exams, and they had no clue why he was so I think they gave him some like medication, I think, or something, and then he was just better. I don't remember what they gave him. It's been like 4 years, but he felt that throwing up disorder since I had both a concussion and a surgery. Oh, that is rough. Should be able to tell then since they maybe have similar codes. Well, the thing is, like I had cats when I was a kid too, right? I had a cat that was not spayed. So she had a couple litters of kittens. And every time she had a litter of kittens, they would always look different. I don't think she actually gave birth to any kittens that even looked like her. She would give birth to like 3 or 4 different types of kittens every time. It would just be like a bunch of kittens and they would all look different. So with cats, it's like they don't look related, even if they are. They look nothing alike. She's literally for the streets. That's exactly what would happen. She would sneak out of the house, and then she would go off, and she wouldn't come back for a while, and like we'd be looking for her, and eventually we'd find her, bring her home, and in like 3 months she would be giving birth. That's how it was with the cat I had when I was a kid. She would sneak out of the house, get pregnant, come back, and give birth. That's how it went. She had some very cute kittens though. She had this like fluffy black cat, and I remember I was like 10 or 11 years old, and being the brilliant child that I was, I named him Fluffy. I named him Fluffy. That's female cat's antics. Leave, come back, preggo. Yeah. That's what they do. They go out on the street, they breed, and they make babies, and then they do it all over again. Yeah, I had a cat, a little fluffy black cat that I named Fluffy. Now, to be fair, I named the mother cat Lily back when I was like 5 or something. I named her Lily. So we got her for Christmas. My mom had a friend who had a bunch of cats, and they had just had a litter. So they needed like people to take the cats off their hands, so we got a cat from them. I named her Lily, and then I proceeded to have the brilliant idea of naming the kittens Fluffy. It's, you know, I wasn't the worst though. My sister named one of the other kittens Tuffy. So we had Fluffy and Tuffy. I've never had cats or dogs. Sorry, I've mainly had dogs. I had a cat and a second one along with the fat tabby I mentioned earlier. That's okay. I had a couple of dogs before too. I never had like my own dog, you know, like I grew up with the cats. But I lived in houses that had dogs for a while, so yeah. It's funny, I'm like Soshi, like, oh no, I named the cat Fluffy, that's so cliche, that's so generic. And then my cat named one of the other kittens from that same litter Tuffy. So it was yeah, I think like we tried to name one of the other cats Brittany or something, and then like my mom's husband decided no, its name is gonna be Bobo. Something like that. She had a couple litters. I think only one of them we named and kept, and the other ones we had to give away because we had like 4 cats, and it was a bit much. It's a little bit much. Especially because we lived in like an apartment, so Fluffy and Tuffy, then all you need is Muffy and Stuffy. Stuffy would have been so cute. That would have been so cute. I remember when I was a lot younger than that, we had some puppies, and I remember naming one of them Oreo. Very cliche names. I would like to think that I have like upgraded from my previous naming schemes of Oreo, Lily, Fluffy. Because now I have Goral and Ushi. I like to think that they're nice names because they're full of my hopes for how they would grow up and you know what kind of cats they would become. Goral's name could have been Marshmallow and it would have been amazing. No, if anything I would have named him Little Bear because he kind of looks like a little bear sometimes. Small black cat named Stuffy. You have but just in the opposite way. I guess it's I think so. I guess that's true. I guess that's true. But we've got about an hour left, and I'm wondering if you guys have any requests. I'm thinking of like the trigger words we've done recently, like cookbook. I really liked cookbook. Cookbook was very fun. I do, pick me. Alright, what is your request? What would you like to hear, Meme Star? What would you like to hear? I will hope that the delay is not too long. Oh man. Popping? You want popping? Okay. At least you didn't ask for a sniff at this time. What if I get up like close, like? I don't know if that's weird. Sorry if it was. I want to do some like different pops, but I'm like having trouble. Wait, did you have a request, Meme Star? Did you actually have one? Sorry, my hair is going crazy. I like popping too, though. You do the popping when you like flick. Whoa, the popping where you flick your cheek? Wait, I think I'm doing that wrong. That sounds like clapping. Wait, you flick your cheek. Wait, how do you do that? That just sounds kind of raw. The water drop sound effects? Oh wait, like... Oh, sorry. On the inside, right? Like that? I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm doing that right. It's kind of hard. I don't know if I flip the outside and make your lips into and quickly whiten them. Like that? I feel like I might be doing it. I feel like I'm kind of getting it. Like, I'm like flicking my cheeks a lot. I think it's gonna hurt eventually. I think it might hurt if I keep flicking my cheeks. Mm. I hope like the flicking is like not too loud. Kind of getting it. You would think that like as someone who really liked and like played a lot of rhythm games and was pretty good at rhythm games that I'd be better at timing stuff like this. You would think I'd be better at this. Timing was always my weakness though. Timing is your eyes one for the old? There, my cheeks kind of hurt a little bit. How me all the like cheek flicking popping I'm doing today. Like they might be flicking too hard. Oops. I got it like once. That's okay. That's okay. So, what other things would you guys like to hear? I feel like I want to offer to do like kisses and stuff, but I feel like if I'm gonna do kisses, like I shouldn't like have like a normal like yapping and then like now kiss. You know? I feel like a strange change of pace. It's a skill you master over years of training, or 10 minutes. I see. I guess I'll need a couple more minutes then. But I'll need to give my cheeks some time to recover. Hey, that sounds like the perfect kiss. What do you mean? A kiss you don't expect? Like, like that? Is that the perfect kiss? Or do you mean like with the cheek popping? Other things like getting a kiss. Yeah, it's like you're like in bed together with someone. It's like, oh yeah, you know, we had such a great day today, sweetie. Sleep well, okay? I thought about doing that kind of ASMR, but you can never have that. Why not? You're too socially anxious. Me too. It's okay. It's okay. Me too. But it's something you can work on a bit, you know. But I guess it's one of those things. It's like I don't know if anyone wants to hear that kind of ASMR from me. I don't know if I should do that kind of ASMR because I don't know if it would like. I don't know if it would be a good thing, or I don't know if it would just make people kind of uncomfortable. You know, I've lived with women my entire life. I don't know how to talk to one. That's okay. It's much different talking to someone like in your family and someone outside your family. Like when I was selectively mute for a long time, I could only talk to my family. You really laugh too much from how cringy you'd find yourself? Oh, man. I don't know if I'd find it cringe. I just am like, I wouldn't want to make some people uncomfortable. You want some ear blowing? I hope that was soft enough to not be unpleasant. How's that blowing? Is it a good blowing? I think that would have been an issue I have if I was a YouTuber. I'd be laughing too much. I mean, my first ASMR stream I did, I was laughing the whole time. You would not expect what I was laughing about either. I don't know how to tell you this. I'm blowing so softly, I can't even hear myself blowing. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm blowing. What was it? I was laughing at fart jokes. For like half an hour or something. Hi, next time. Hi, welcome into that. But hello. You weren't expecting that. Exactly. Nobody ever expects the mouth to laugh at fart jokes. Back to 11 people. Ooh, I wonder if it's the blowing. The what? The blowing, the ear blowing, you know? Haha, he, hoo, fart jokes. No. Alright, I almost had a hiccup, but I repressed it. That reminded me of a song, but there's not the time for that. And you said no one expects it. Oh, no one expects the mouth, the mother elf, to spend like half an hour laughing at fart jokes. That's what I said, the mouth, because I am the mouth, which is mother elf. So yeah. I always have to explain it. I'm sorry, I wasn't hearing things, you were not hearing things. It makes me wonder if I should like have like a different nickname or something. Because you mean the mouth? Yeah, the mouth. The mother elf. Exactly, the mouth. I did not say MILF. I said MILF. As much as it might sound like MILF. Wait, what about... I don't know if that, like, breathe in is like a good sound or not. Mother ever loving father. Mother ever loving father. Exactly. You know, with how soft I'm blowing, I'm not even sure if I am blowing. I don't know why. The first thing that went in my mind after saying that is, it's like you don't even know what's in yet. Oh man. I'm sorry. That might be a bit too loud. This is like weird, like blowing on like the other part of it. I walk into birth talk in an ASMR stream. What? Birth talk? What? I'm not talking about birth. Am I? Your mind went that direction too? Okay, it wasn't just me. Interesting first find some maybe new to this stream. Welcome to this stream, Dumino. Welcome. It is always an interesting stream around here. Hold on, you were delayed as hell. Oh, I see. It's now Goo Goo Baby's ASMR. Goo Goo Baby. Would baby like some milk? Too bad, I don't have any right now. I'll have to go to the fridge to get some. You were talking about kittens. Oh wow, that's really far delayed. It's been a while since I've talked about kittens. Yes, stream talked about school at first. Yeah, we talked about school and electives and getting bullied and then kittens and then farts and then... What are we talking about now? Still here, failing to fall asleep. I'm sorry, am I keeping you awake? Yeah, we can have some milkies from the fridge. The whole milk vitamin D milkies. The best kind of milk. I don't really like skim milk. I like whole milk. I like whole vitamin D milk. That's my favorite kind of milkies. I should probably lay off the monsters. Yes, you should. You should lay off the caffeine. You should. It's not good to drink a lot of caffeine. Okay? Aren't you the queen of... Well, aren't you the queen of lactose? Well, yes, I am the queen of milky. I'm sorry. I gotta be quiet. I don't know. I'm like, I kind of want to try doing like, like GFE ASMR. I want to try that at least once, see how it goes. What's my cat doing? No, man, he's okay. He's like curled up. Also, thanks for the follow, Lavo69. Thank you. But I do want to try that kind of ASMR. I'm nervous for it, not because I think it's gonna be cringe to do or something, but because I'm like, I don't know if anyone's gonna enjoy it coming from me. I don't know if anyone's gonna like it coming from me. That's like my biggest fear. It's like, what if I do DFE and like nobody wants that from me? That's my fear. Hey, hello, lovers. Hello. You don't remember what it stands for? GFE is girlfriend experience. GFE is whenever she keeps yapping at the drama she sees on the internet. It's you, Kie. You just make just about everything enjoyable. I don't know. I always think about that, like, oh yeah, what if I make something like very interesting? But what if it's like nobody wants to like hear that or something because it's me and so it's weird. I think because like thank you. I think my voice isn't bad. I've come a long way to feel that way though, so I'm very proud. But thank you. I appreciate that you think my voice is nice. But I guess it's because like I have spent a lot of time in the Discord server just hanging out and being friends. So I guess I worry like because I'm more like I guess I act more like a friend, you know? Would that make it weird? Nothing news, but as a girlfriend ASMR. Actually, I know someone suggested it as a joke earlier, but I am actually considering the whole reading the quantum something Wikipedia page. What was it? Quantum theory or something? I forget what it was. Quantum something. Good friend experience. Oh my god. I forget what it was. The quantum mechanics Wikipedia page as an ASMR video. Yeah, not physics, but quantum mechanics, I think it was. I will make an ASMR video reading that. I hope you guys will enjoy it. It just seemed kind of funny, and it seemed like a perfect, like, yeah, I'm just gonna read this. I'll do my best. It'll be interesting, I think. Because someone was saying that, like, they usually fall asleep to, like, some guy, like, explaining things, like, kind of videos. I was like, yeah, that's understandable, you know? Do it in GFE and it would be peak ASMR. Alright, bet. Alright, sweetie. Don't forget to take notes today. We're learning about quantum mechanics. If you're a good boy and you remember everything I say, I'll give you a treat afterwards. How about that? Alright, time to pull up the quantum mechanics Wikipedia page. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into. I don't actually type this slow, it's just the microphone's kind of in the way. Please don't think I'm a slow typer. Yeah, just so we can explain quantum mechanics, explaining it while like on the couch or something. Yeah. Alright. What kind of nickname do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer like sweetie, or babe, or honey, or dear, or love? You're getting smart today, boys? Yeah. Alright. Let me pick you up and hold you in my bosom. Wait, do you know that the Marvel's interpretation of quantum mechanics isn't very accurate? Let me teach you about quantum mechanics today, babe. So quantum mechanics is the fundamental physical theory that describes the behavior of matter and of light. Its unusual characteristics typically occur at and below the scale of atoms. It is the foundation of all quantum physics, which includes quantum chemistry, quantum field theory, quantum technology, and quantum information science. Did you read all that, honey? I prefer my name, thank you very much. Globulin the Fifth. Alright, Globulin the Fifth, are you listening? Quantum mechanics can describe many systems that classical physics cannot. Classical physics can describe many aspects of nature at an ordinary macroscopic and optical microscopic scale, but it's not sufficient for describing them at very small submicroscopic, atomic, and subatomic scales. Are you getting this, babe? Don't forget, I'm testing you on this afterwards. You better be taking notes, sweetie. Classical mechanics can be derived from quantum mechanics as an approximation that is valid at ordinary scales. Quantum systems have bound states that are quantized to discrete values of energy, momentum, angular momentum, and other quantities. In contrast to classical systems, where these quantities can be measured continuously. You getting it, babe? You got all that? You wanna kiss? Mwah. Measurements of quantum systems show characteristics of both particles and waves, wave-particle duality, and there are limits to how accurately the value of a physical quantity can be predicted prior to its measurement, given a complete set of initial conditions, also known as the uncertainty principle. You wanna hold hands? Oh, we can hold hands, don't worry. Quantum mechanics arose gradually from theories to explain observations that could not be reconciled with classical physics, such as Max Planck's solution in 1900 to the blackbody radiation problem, and the correspondence between energy and frequency in Albert Einstein's 1905 paper, which explained the photoelectric effect. These early attempts to understand microscopic phenomena, known as the Old Quantum Theory, led to the development of quantum mechanics in the mid-1920s by Niels Bohr, Erwin Schrödinger, Werner Heisenberg, Max Born, Paul Dirac, and others. Are you still following, babe? The modern theory is formulated in various specially developed mathematical formalisms. In one of them, the mathematical entity called the wave function provides information in the form of probability amplitudes about what measurements of a particle's energy, momentum, and other physical properties may yield. You don't want to kiss, you want to become smarter. You have to get the plastic keys and do the jingle jingle sound so people listen and pay attention. But Subway Surfers at the bottom. No, that's okay, that's okay. That's just a sneak peek, okay, guys? It's just a sneak peek. Don't worry, we're not reading the entire quantum mechanics page today. We will save that for a video. Don't worry. I feel like Werner Heisenberg was like, caught me off guard. I'm trying to say. I don't know what's a deep cut. Temple. Oh, you know, Temple Run was the first mobile game I ever played. I didn't have a phone, but my mom had a phone, and so she had gotten Temple Run on her phone. I remember Temple Run, and I remember Temple Run 2 as well. I think they have some, like, I think they have a Temple Run copy on, like, the YouTube games now. It's the first game I ever played. It's not the first game I played, but it's the first mobile game I played, I think. The first games I played on my phone after I got my own phone was, like, Fire Emblem Heroes and Fallout Shelter. All this reading, you should absolutely read a story. H.P. Lovecraft. I would love to read H.P. Lovecraft. Do you think we can? Would that be copyrighted? Can we get away with reading H.P. Lovecraft? Maybe with Temple Run and Roblox is like the first game most kids played, or Minecraft. I think actually, Phantom's Hour, like Legend of Zelda Phantom's Hourglass might have been one of the first games I played. That or World of Warcraft. That or like Halo 3 maybe. I'm not sure what the very first game I played was, but it was probably one of those three games. So either Halo 3, Legend of Zelda Phantom's Hourglass, or World of Warcraft. H.P. Lovecraft is public domain. I could also read something like a horror or creepypasta. Also, talking about falling asleep while somebody explains something. I usually fall asleep listening to Warhammer 40k lore. I'm getting those nerd accusations with that one. Aww. That's cute though. Social media public? Alright. I have read a little bit of H.P. Lovecraft before. Not too much. But, let's see. We've got about half an hour. We can probably get there a little bit, right? Where's a good place to read it? The H.P. Lovecraft Archive, surely. Alright, do you guys have any requests? We could do poetry, we could do essays, we can do letters. Or we can do fiction. Probably fiction, right? Call of Cthulhu. Alright. Let me put the mic back up. Right. Of such great powers or beings, there may be conceivably a survival of a hugely remote period when consciousness was manifested, perhaps, in shapes and forms long since withdrawn before the tide of advancing humanity, forms of which poetry and legend alone have caught a flying memory and called them gods, monsters, mythical beings of all sorts and kinds. Which is a quote from Algernon Blackwood at the start of Call of Cthulhu. I'm sorry if you hear the plane outside. Yes, you did. I feel like, can we get an Alava and Ababa around the ears? Alright. Ababa. Ababa. Awawawawa. Ababa. They go from quantum mechanics to Call of Cthulhu to Awawa. Alright. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of the black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little. But someday, the piecing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality, and our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation, or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. I'm gonna sit back and read this. Theosophists have guessed at the awesome grandeur of the cosmic cycle, where in our world a human race form transient incidents. They have hinted at strange survivals in terms which would freeze the blood if not masked by bland optimism. But it is not from them that there came this single glimpse of forbidden aeons, which chills me when I think of it and maddens me when I dream of it. That glimpse, like all dread glimpses of truth, flashed out from an accidental piecing together of separated things. In this case, an old newspaper item and the notes of a dead professor. I hope that no one else will accomplish this piecing out. Certainly, if I live, I shall never knowingly supply a link in so hideous a chain. I think the professor, too, intended to keep silent regarding the part he knew, and that he would have destroyed his notes had not sudden death seized him. Lovecraft had many issues, and syphilis, and racism too, yes. Although I guess maybe that was the time, I don't know. But that was definitely one of the things. My knowledge of the thing began in the winter of 1926 to 27. With the death of my grand-uncle George Gamel Engel, Professor Emeritus of Semitic Languages in Brown University, Providence, Rhode Island. Professor Engel was widely known as an authority on ancient inscriptions, and had frequently been resorted to by the heads of prominent museums, so that his passing at the age of 92 may be recalled by many. Locally, interest was intensified by the obscurity of the cause of his death. The professor had been stricken whilst returning from the Newport boat, falling suddenly, as witnesses said, after having been jostled by a nautical-looking guy who had come from one of the queer dark courts on the precipitous hillside, which formed a short cut from the waterfront to the deceased homes in William Street. Physicians were unable to find any visible disorder, but concluded after perplexed debate that some obscure lesion of the heart, induced by the brisk ascent of so steep a hill by so elderly a man, was reasonable for the end. At the time, I saw no reason to dissent from this dictum, but latterly I am inclined to wonder, and more than wonder. Oh, he also had small intestinal cancer, only diagnosed a month before his death. Oof. Oof. I gotta scroll down a bit. As my granduncle's heir and executor, for he died a childless widower, I was expected to go over his papers with some thoroughness, and for that purpose moved his entire set of files and boxes to my quarters in Boston. Much of the material, which I collated, will be later published by the American Archaeological Society, but there was one box which I found exceedingly puzzling, and which I felt much averse from showing to other eyes. It had been locked, and I did not find the key till it occurred to me to examine the personal ring which Professor always carried in his pocket. Then, indeed, I succeeded in opening it. But when I did, so seemed only to be confronted by a greater and more closely locked barrier. For what could be the meaning of the queer clay bas-relief and the disjointed jottings, ramblings, and cuttings which I found? Had my uncle, in his later years, become credulous of the most superficial impostures? I resolved to search out the eccentric sculptor responsible for this apparent disturbance of an old man's peace of mind. He feared doctors probably because his father was taken away because his father suffered from mental disorders that stemmed from it. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. The bas-relief was a rough rectangle, less than an inch thick, and about 5 by 6 inches in area, obviously of modern origin. Its designs, however, were far from modern in atmosphere and suggestion. For although the vagaries of Cubism and Futurism are many and wild, they do not often reproduce that cryptic regularity which lurks in prehistoric writing. In writing of some kind, the bulk of these designs seemed certainly to be, though my memory, despite much familiarity with the papers and collections of my uncles, failed in any way to identify this particular species, or even to hint at its remotest affiliations. You'd watch this as a video? Maybe I'll edit it into one then. It's a pretty long though, I don't know if I'll get through it before the end. Above these apparent hieroglyphics was a figure of evidently pictorial intent, though its impressionistic execution forbade a very clear idea of its nature. It seemed to be a sort of monster, or symbol representing a monster, of a form which only a diseased fancy could conceive. If I say that my somewhat extravagant imagination built simultaneous pictures of an octopus, a dragon, and a human caricature, I shall not be unfaithful to the spirit of the thing. A pulpy, tentacled head surmounted a grotesque and scaly body with rudimentary wings. But it was the general outline of the whole which made it most shockingly frightful. Behind the figure was a vague suggestion of a cyclopean architectural background. Oh, that's true. I could do that. Love this story, happy reading it? Yeah, I've read it before, so I like it too. The writing accompanying this my cat is meowing. Yeah. What is it, Purpose? Alright, I will pet my cat and hopefully he will be happy. The writing accompanying this oddity was, aside from a stack of press cuttings, in Professor Engel's most recent hand, it made no pretense to literary style. What seemed to be the main document was headed Cthulhu Cult, in characters painstakingly printed to avoid the erroneous reading of a word so unheard of. The manuscript was divided in 2 sections, the first of which was headed 1925, Dream and Dreamwork of H.A. Wilcox, 7 Thomas Street, Providence, Rhode Island, and the second, Narrative of Inspector John R. LaGrasse, 121 Bienville Street, New Orleans, Louisiana, at 1908 AAS MPG. Notes on the same in Professor Webb's account. The other manuscript papers were all brief notes, some of them accounts of the queer dreams of different persons, some of them citations from theosophical books and magazines, notably W. Scott Eliot's Atlantis and the Lost Lemuria, and the rest comments on long-surviving secret societies and hidden cults. The cat is the true artist entity. That is true. Oh, let me see. Oh, first of all, the hidden cults with references to passages in such mythological and anthropological source books as Fraser's Golden Bough and Miss Murray's Witch Cult in Western Europe. The cuttings largely alluded to outer mental illnesses and outbreaks of group folly or mania in the spring of 1925. Sorry. I apologize if I mispronounce anything. The first half of the principal manuscript told a very peculiar tale. It appears that on March 1st, 1925, a thin, dark young man of neurotic and excited aspect had called upon Professor Angell, bearing the singular clay bas-relief, which was then exceedingly damp and fresh. His card bore the name of Henry Anthony Wilcox, and my uncle had recognized him as the youngest son of an excellent family slightly known to him, who had latterly been studying sculpture at the Rhode Island School of Design and living alone at the Fleur-de-Lis building near that institution. Wilcox was a precocious youth of known genius, but great eccentricity, and had from childhood excited attention through the strange stories and odd dreams he was in the habit of relating. He called himself psychically hypersensitive, but the staid folk of the ancient commercial city dismissed him as merely queer. Never mingling much with his kind, he had dropped gradually from social visibility and was now known only to a small group of aesthetes from other towns. Even the Providence Art Club, anxious to preserve its conservatism, had found him quite hopeless. It is a lot of fancy words, yeah. On the occasion of the visit... Oh, I'll hydrate. I could use that. Wait. Okay, I could use that. It is a lot of reading. It is a lot of big, fancy words. My cat is having a very nice time in the background, playing with his crinkly toy. Okay, it's not too loud. Saying true to the stream's name. Yeah. Well, yeah. On the occasion of the visit, ran the professor's manuscript. The sculptor abruptly asked for the benefit of his host's archaeological knowledge in identifying the hieroglyphs on the bas-relief. He spoke in a dreamy, stilted manner, which suggested pose and alienated sympathy, and my uncle showed some sharpness in replying, for the conspicuous freshness of the tablet implied kinship with anything but archaeology. Young Wilcox's rejoinder, which impressed my uncle enough to make him recall and record it verbatim, was of a fantastically poetic cast, which must have typified his whole conversation, and which I have since found highly characteristic of him. He said, "It is new, indeed, for I made it last night in a dream of strange cities, and dreams are older than brooding Tyre, or the contemplative Sphinx, or the garden-girdled Babylon." One of your favorite is just sometimes I go, yeah, that's true, he does not get to that point. That's not a bad thing, though. It's very interesting to read. It's very atmospheric. It was then that he began that rambling tale which suddenly played upon a sleeping memory and won the fevered interest of my uncle. There had been a slight earthquake tremor the night before, the most considerable felt in New England for some years, and Wilcox's imagination had been keenly affected. Upon retiring, he had an unprecedented dream of great cyclopean cities of Titan blocks and sky-flung monoliths, all dripping with green ooze and sinister with latent horror. Hieroglyphics and covered the walls and pillars, and from some undetermined point below had come a voice that was not a voice, a chaotic sensation which only fancy could transmute into sound, but which he attempted to render by the almost unpronounceable jumble of letters. Cthulhu. Vtagen. I have no clue that's the right way to say it. You don't understand these words and I'm England by them? No. The problem is they're American, I can't read. Oh. This verbal jumble was the key to the recollection which excited and disturbed Professor Angel. He questioned the sculptor with scientific minuteness and studied with almost frantic intensity the bas-relief on which the youth had found himself working, chilled and clad only in his night clothes. When waking had stolen bewilderingly over him, my uncle blamed his age. Wilcox afterwards said, for his slowness in recognizing both hieroglyphics and pictorial design. Many of his questions seemed highly out of place to his visitor, especially those which tried to connect the latter with strange cults or societies, and Wilcox could not understand the repeated promises of silence which he was offered in exchange for an admission of membership in some widespread mystical or paganly religious body. When Professor Angel became convinced that the sculptor was indeed ignorant of any cult or system of cryptic lore, he besieged his visitor with demands for future reports of dreams. This bore regular fruit, for, after the first interview, the manuscript records daily calls of the young man, during which he related startling fragments of nocturnal imagery, whose burden was always some terrible cyclopean vista of dark and dripping stone, with a subterranean voice or intelligence shouting monotonously in enigmatical sense impacts, and unsubscribable save as gibberish. The two sounds most frequently repeated are those rendered by the letters Cthulhu and yeah. If I remember correctly, Cthulhu was actually just chilling and wasn't intending to do any of this. It just happened because he existed. His presence was considered so large it affected minds. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know, I think if I remember correctly, like the names of like Cthulhu and stuff are based on like, I want to say Old Greek. I remember looking it up before, and it was very interesting. I might be able to get through this next passage, but it is almost time to end stream. It is almost time. So, with the last bit of time that we have, do you guys have any requests? I wonder how it would sound in Ulu speak. Which part? Cthulhu? Like Cthulhu? Or, I'm sorry, my stomach is making noises. I should go sleep since it's 5 a.m., but this is too relaxing to listen to. It got me too interested in topics, so when I hear more, we can read more next time. There will be another ASMR stream tomorrow night. Yeah, it's been about 2 hours just reading it in Ulu. How would that work? On March 23rd, the manuscript continued. I don't know how that would work, but if you guys can do me a favor and remind me that we are going to be picking up from on March 23rd, then we can continue tomorrow night and we can try to finish it. There might be enough time for that. Cthulhu. When is the stream planned on? It will be at the same time tomorrow, which is 8 p.m. Central. I don't know how to convert it to the time zones at the moment. It's the R's with W's. On March 23rd, the manuscript continued. Wilcox failed to appear, and inquiries at his quarters revealed that he had been stricken with an obscure sort of fever. I don't know how that works. EST is 8. It'll be at 9 p.m. EST. It'll be at 9 p.m. EST. Because it's at 8 p.m. Central CST. It's terrible, yeah, it's awful. Terrible, horrible. I would have to put it through some sort of like Google Translator. Champion, Craig, good to know. Yeah. But there will also be another stream tomorrow earlier in the day. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play yet. I'm gonna decide tomorrow. Whatever I feel like playing tomorrow. Kinda thinking of maybe we could play something together. You know, maybe do some multiplayer game. Tara was asking me to play Doom Classic, I think. Let me see. Is Doom plus Doom 2. Because apparently there's 8-player co-op. So maybe I'll play that tomorrow. Play Fortnite with you? No. Not happening. No way in hell am I downloading Fortnite. It's too big and it takes too long. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm going to end the Twitter stream. Goodbye, Twitter. Oh, and I gotta end it on the website too, because it's kind of weird like that. Here we go. Thank you for the follow, Fujin-sama. Thank you. And you're welcome for the ASMR. You subscribed immediately. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I am going to end the YouTube stream, and then we are going to find someone to raid on Twitch. So, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night tonight. Sleep well. I hope you guys have sweet dreams, and I will see you tomorrow. But for now, good night. Sleep tight. Have sweet dreams. Goodbye, YouTube. Bye-bye.